Hey fellow agents, thanks for tuning into my first video for TU12. I'm not sure there will be more or not, but for what it's worth, this is the first one. You're probably wondering what's new about TU12. If you haven't been keeping up with the patch notes and looking at PTS videos on YouTube and all that, what's actually new is not much really in terms of content. Yeah, there's new brand seats, new weapons, three new exotics. There's a new manhunt, but the problem with the manhunt is, like I've said before, it's all basically the same control points you've been. This is where the whole content lack comes into the play. So it's the same control points basically. It's the same missions you've done 1,000 times already. So I don't think this counts as content really. It's just some story stuff, some cutscenes that you get. Basically, you get some cutscenes. That's basically all you're getting, and some lore regarding Failau. Basically, that's all you're getting. There's no new content. There's no new PvP stuff. There's no new missions, even new control points. There's no new raid to speak of even. So these I don't know what will actually compel you to play the game besides just coming in for the mana, getting the exotics and dropping off again until the next update. I mean, they need to give us more obviously to keep us playing from TU12 till maybe if there is gonna be a TU13, there has to be until TU13. What do you play in between? Once you're done with this mana, then you get the new skill, the pulse, the new pulse, Achilles pulse, whatever the hell it's called. Once you get that thing, then what else? What do you do then? There it is, Achilles pulse. That pulse will basically show the weaknesses apparently of your NPCs, so you can shoot those weaknesses, you do more damage to them. That's apparently what it does. But besides the new skill, the new exotics and new weapons, what else is there to do? Really, you have to ask yourself. So basically then, there's this new gear set which is called the Rigger. I'll show you that in a second. Here's the optimization station that we've been asking for how long. But the problem with the optimization station is that the currency that you actually need, the currency you need to roll a higher stat on these things is, I'm just opening this as one example. I don't actually want to do it. Is you see those things there at the bottom? That's the currency that you actually need to be able to optimize your gear. But the problem that I have with this currency is being able to get this currency to optimize your gear, you have to get it from your NPCs, from your normal caches by leveling up, from doing the missions, from defeating the rogue agents. So you have to farm, you have to grind anyway to be able to get the materials to be able to optimize that 0.1, 0.2, 0.3% that you actually have been looking for the past few patches. So you have to farm and grind anyway, so I don't know what the point of the whole optimization station is with this currency. If they make the currency the same as with the recal station, then it might be a bit more worth it, but I don't think it's actually worthwhile using the optimization station as it is now due to the currency and the way that you have to get the currency in the first place. So the optimization station right now is, in my opinion, just pointless. I mean, whatever my opinion is worth, I mean, it's pointless right now. So I think the only other thing I can show you about TU12 is this new gear set called the Rigger. I spent about 5 minutes in the dark zone. I got 5 pieces of it. There's 6 in total. I got 5. Let me just show you. So yeah, okay, this will probably count as a bold video then, I don't know if it will. The only thing I would actually change here is once I get them, is I would put the new Waveform holster that you get at level 90 of the season, season 4 level 90 on the rewards track, you get that, the Waveform. So I'll put that on here, the Waveform exotic holster, I'll drop it there. And the other thing that I would actually change here is I would move this harmony into the primary slot, and on the secondary slot, once I have the capacitor, I should have it by tonight, I guess. I'll have to endure the summit for 5 or 10 levels just to get it. To do 5 challenges on the summit, I'll have to endure that for an hour or so just to actually get the capacitor. So the capacitor I'll put in here, and the waveform is there, and then the build will be done. I mean, the Wyvern will be here because it's skill damage. On this set, you don't need skill S at all. So I just roll skill damage on all of them. all of them skill damage. So let me just show you what the cool thing about this is actually the backpack. But the 2-piece gives you skill haste, 3-piece skill duration. You can get that in any case from the normal skill DPS build, your Wyvern and you mixture. So there you have your 10-net befriend. So it's interacting with your deployed skills, grant the skill 25% skill damage for 10 seconds. The buff cannot be refreshed. So every 10 seconds you get 25% skill damage. Those are the things that count as interactions with your skill to activate the buff. But the amazing thing here is the backpack talent complete uptime. Cancelling your skills will reset their cooldown. And the other thing is the chest. Best buds increase the damage buff from 25% to 50%. The buff on the 4-piece, it goes up to 50%. So this is actually more damage. If you look at it percentage-wise, it's more damage than what I had on my normal skill DPS build. So that's why I think people will probably all start running the rigger, especially when it comes with your cluster mine, stuff like that on the DPS build, or maybe the mortar cluster builds. I prefer the assault turret and the assault drone. But yeah, like I said, I'll keep this the Wyvern then. But those are only two changes I'll make to this build. Is the I'll move the Harmony over there to the primary. The secondary goes to Capacitor, the new exotic, which you get on by completing 5 challenges in the summit. Challenges were added to the summit, by the way, and the Waveform is on level 90. It will take me quite a while to get to level 90 because, like I said, I don't play the game that much. I play maybe once or twice a week. I play the game now for maybe an hour or two, and then I get fed up of the same thing over and over. Then I will play something else. But every week, I at least play it once or twice. So it'll take me a while to get that. Not sure how long. I'm not that driven enough to play the game to actually get it. But then what it actually does, what the rigger does is, I'll drop my skill over there. Let's just show you what it actually does. So what it does is it takes your cooldown away. If you kill the skills, you can use them immediately. I didn't have a long cooldown on the skills anyway. I think it was 10 or 11 seconds I had on my normal skill DPS build, which is the normal mixture of pieces, the hybrid mix max pieces. So that's basically what the rigger does, and why I think it will be the next skill DPS meta. With the capacitor, like I've just said in the waveform, that will be all the build videos that will say, oh, new best skill DPS build for TU12, whatever the case, whatever the title will be. That's what it's going to be, I think. It's going to be that, which I just explained to you. So the rigger is quite cool. There's another new set here. TU12 set this Empress. I don't know what the point of this Empress International is. The skill health and skill damage and skill efficiency. Perfectly skilled. You know, you could just use the rigger. I don't know what the point of this is. The perfectly skilled. You could just use the rigger. There's no cooldown. That reduces your chance to get a 30% chance to reset skill cooldowns. There's only a chance to do it. You might as well just use the rigger. That's why I say there's a lot of duplication now. With this Caesar's guard as well. Okay, that's also Impress. Like I said, I don't see the point in this gear set at all. Or this brand set, if you want to call it a brand set. They could have just left it at the rigger. I mean, that's good enough. I don't see the point of that. About the Empress. But the rigger is cool. The exotics, the new exotics we're getting is cool. But when it comes to content wise, there's not much that for you to do really. Further on, when it comes to TU12 builds, I can see that I won't be able to change the build now, but there's a new Scorpio exotic. You get that on level 55 of the season. Level 90 of the season is a waveform holster. So the Scorpio exotic will be perfect on a build like this, on the Eclipse with a Vial Mask. So for that, basically all I'll need to do is I'll take the Pestilence out, and I'll put the Scorpio exotic there. If I actually want to use a shotgun or not, I doubt it. I don't like shotguns in this game, so I won't use. I'll get the Scorpio, but I won't use it. I mean, the same like the Memento backpack. Some say it's the best backpack in the game, but I don't use it. I don't have a use for it. There's no new content for me to actually make a build to make it worth my while using. So that's why I don't even use the Memento. I grind it for it, but I don't use it. But the Scorpio, I'll grind for it. I won't use it either. But that if you like shotguns, it will be perfect with a Vial Mask. You might not, you might change the other pieces, but Scorpio and Vile Mask would definitely work. That's the normal skill build without it. The Vanguard, um, this still stays the same. The Vanguard with a 3-piece bulwark, that's for especially in the Operation Iron Wars. That one. That's also another Iron Wars DPS build. That's also another Iron Wars build. That's the Negotiators build. That's my 100% hazard protection build I use in the raid if I have to play the role of hazard protection on the third boss. There's my future initiative. That's also for Iron Wars. My Ravenous build, I use that in a summit and Iron Wars as well. The Regen build, I don't know what the purpose of it. I don't know why I made it, but I just made it just because I was bored. And like I said, now that's the Riga one, which is incomplete because I'm missing 2 pieces. But yeah, guys, TU12, the best you can do is try it out. At least get the new exotics. I mean, it take you a bit. Just get to season level 100. You can go back to playing your other games until the next patch. I mean, there's not enough to keep you playing until every single day. There is not enough to keep you playing every single day until the next big update, title update. There is not enough, but at least you can get the exotics and the Riga and the other new name weapons. There's also another. I mentioned duplication. There's now a new assault rifle. I forgot what it's called, but it also has perfectly in sync, the same as a Harmony. So see, there's where the duplication comes. There's no point in that gun. I mean, why do you need it? If you have the capacitor, if you have the capacitor really, you don't actually need the Harmony unless you run out of bullets. You don't need to use the Harmony even. So yeah, guys, that's about it for my first video for TU12. If I'm compelled to make another one, if there's a reason for me to make another one, I will. But I think this counts as a bold video for the Riga. I think because that's basically the blueprint that I'm going to be using for it. I don't see another best way you can do it. If you're not using on the Riga, if you're not using the chest and the back, it's not going to be worth your time. And I actually have to mention, I did check it just now. If I try to use the chest on its own, then the talent for the backpack doesn't work. That was a problem with the Eclipse Protocol, if you guys remember correctly. There was a problem with Eclipse. On the Eclipse Protocol, you could have used a symptom aggravator on its own without using a 4-piece. It used to work. I'm not sure if it changed or not, but I don't use the Eclipse Protocol. I have the bold here ready if I have to use it, but I don't. Like I said, the Vile Mask and Scorpio will be cool. Scorpio get on season rank 55, 90 the waveform, so I have to grind all the way to 90 to make the most of the Riga build that is incomplete at the moment. So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you all in the next one. Whether it's Division 2 or not, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.